Has America always been a tyranny? Check it out. Leave your comments, ding the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Rudy in Atlanta, Georgia. Hey, Rudy, what's up?
Hey, Tom, my friend. How you doing?
Good. What's on your mind?
You know, that's why I have admiration for you, because you have enough courage to at least listen to people and hear the truth about what's happening in this country, because I was listening to a couple other callers, and they're spot on. This country has always been in tyranny, but see, now it's in our face, and this is the blind spot. We've been so unwilling and able to turn a blind eye to all the things that's been going on in this country. So now we're in this position, so now we're running around frantic.
Yep.
This has always been a situation in this country, Tom, as a black man.
Yep.
I
get it, Rudy. So what do we do?
Well, I mean, I don't know, because this country's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same after Donald Trump. It's just not going to be the same, because you're going to get someone that's going to be more sophisticated. You're going to get the lynch mob that's going to probably be more sophisticated, and here we go again. So
yep.
This is a dangerous precedent that we're setting, and I wish I was an internal optimist like you, Tom. I mean, it just,
I just don't see an alternative, Rudy. It's like, prepare for the worst, but you hope for the best, and work for the best.
Let me say this right. Well, let me say this right here. Democracy will always come about because the pendulum, the pendulum will swing one way and it goes the other. But I think that this Constitution, as we see it, will not be. I think this is the death of this Constitution. I think this Constitution is done.
Well, and it's been done in large part by the Supreme Court. And this all, I could even build a case that this all started in 1976 with the Buckley decision, when the Supreme Court said billionaires can own politicians. Rudy, excellent points all. Thank you. Donald in Aurora, Illinois. Hey, Donald, your thoughts?
Yes. How you doing there, Tom?
Good.
As far as I'm concerned, Tom, we lost democracy. We just don't know it yet. That's what's happening here.
Well, I think
Congress no longer has.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Congress no longer has oversight. And this business that we always talked about, how we bragged about our democracy has checks and balances and the rule of law and all this other nonsense, all that was all smoking mirrors. And it only works when you got a government that's willing to abide by those rules. We don't even have that. We never had it. And all it took was a crooked president with crooked cabinet members and a crooked AG, and they commandeered our government.
Yep, you're absolutely right. And maybe, the good news here, Donald, is that maybe this is the wake-up moment for America. Dion in Carl Junction, Missouri. Hey, Dion, what's up?
Hey, Tom. On the subject of when tyranny started, I think it's just important to just remember American history. Like, it's impossible to not have tyranny and also have slaves. It's impossible to not be a tyranny and have half your population not be able to vote, or more than half. Depends on how far you go back. This country has always been a tyranny. I think the upside of the Donald Trump administration is that mask is off.
Well, we have been taking steps in the right direction. I mean, you're right. And when we started, we were separating from a monarchy, from a king who just, by decree just said, okay, you live, you die, my opinion, that's it, period. And we turned that into a form of government where a substantial minority or a small majority of Americans, that would be white men, basically ran the country. And then after the Civil War, in theory at least, for a few years before Reconstruction failed, African Americans were brought in. That happened in the 60s, I would argue, with Civil Rights and Voting Rights Acts. In 1920, women got the right to vote. So, we've been stepping in the right direction. It looks to me like we're now stepping in reverse.
Well, I don't think we've been stepping forward this whole time. I think you definitely agree that every time we have a Republican administration specifically, we take a step backward. We've taken steps backward with Nixon, and you kind of just covered it. But this progress has not been a line forward, and we just suddenly are going back.